Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Strive 305 podcast. Here today, Tico Casamayor from AC Graphics. We got Irvans, Agustin, my co-host from Urban Impact Lab. The best co-host ever, just so you all know. I just wanted you to share that. We have with us today a doctor. We have Dr. Carlos Gonzalez. So now you know I'm not going to talk much because he's too smart. I'm not as smart as doctor, so we're going to let Irvans do all the talking. But before we get to that, I got to do a couple of thank yous, please.
No pressure, Carlos.
No pressure. We got to do a couple of thank yous to Mayor Levinkov. I thank you for this that you've given us, the Strive 305. Thank you, Manny Sid, the one we never talk about. He's also the one that's given us this, the Beacon Council Foundation, which we're now part of.
And the Miller Boys.
We're going to go, District Commissioner, you have a couple of different, because he has multiple, our doctor here today has multiple locations. He's going to tell us how he did that. It's one of the reasons he's here. But so you have multiple commissioners, districts. So we're going to shout out today Senator Rene Garcia. He's one of your District 13. And we also have Juan Carlos, J.C. Bermudez, District 12, right? Those the two stores you have in Dade County. Those are your districts. So thank you to our district commissioners for allowing and helping this young man get his businesses going. Thank you, Wells Fargo, for sponsoring and helping us keep up the website.
Yep.
And, of course, the people, I have to thank them because if not, he'll literally attack us. Grant Miller, Michael Miller, his brother, Community News, for giving us this location. Two of my favorite people out there. Okay.
And shout out to Anzoni, too.
Anthony, our producer, Anthony, of course. Yeah, but everybody knows him. He's the famous producer. He's the most famous producer in Community News. And then the last thing before we go to you, Doc, our sponsor today. You got a sponsor as well. We've got BB's Bakehouse here sponsoring us too. I believe you belong to the Poop Emoji Cookie. The other one belongs with somebody else. And then we got a matcha tea here, or a matcha. I don't know what a matcha is. A matcha.
You never tried matcha tea?
It's a matcha tea. Well, apparently this has 30 grams of protein. This is for our fitness girl that we've got in a little while. But yes, so we got all those from BB's Bakehouse. So thank you, George and Monica.
I'm BB's Bakehouse. I go there a few times a month.
Really? So you know him?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There you go. Thank you, BB's. Go ask for George or Monica the next time you go.
Okay.
And then buy a Tico Poop Emoji cookie, take a selfie and send it to me. If you do not, I will not let them in. You won't go in there again.
I will
don't look at the name. Just buy the cookie.
And if you want to also get the Tico Poop Emoji coffee mug, there's one of those now too. Yes, I needed to sell out so that I can claim that I'm the reason for their fame.
Bring me one. You have one?
Do I? No, I don't.
You don't have your own cup
they sell out. When I get there, they're already sold out. But I will actually get one to get them to give me one. Okay, good for the show. We'll put it on the show and promote it that way. All right, so let's get to the doc. Doc, dentist, you're a small business. You're here because you're a small business owner. What I want you to help me do today is teach our viewers and listeners when we have for the radio how. By the way, I forgot there's another thing I was told today by Manny Sid is that he has volunteered to be, through the Strive 305 Hub website, you can reach out, a mentor for an up-and-coming dentist. Anybody starting out, anybody graduating.
That's great.
Anybody, so he'll mentor them because he's also a Strive 305 ambassador.
Yeah.
All this I learned today. That just hit me. I forgot. Did you even know all this?
I'm learning it right now.
Oh, there you go. So my Strive 305 ambassador, and he shall be a mentor for any future dentists through the Strive 305 initiative.
I love that.
It really gives back. Go.
How'd you even get started in dentistry? It was like, did you grow up and say, hey, I wanted to be a dentist, or like?
Yeah, no, good question. So my mom is a dentist.
Oh, okay.
My mom is a dentist. The Dental American Group was founded by my parents. My dad is an accountant by trade. He's an entrepreneur by heart.
Uh-huh.
And, my mom was a dentist, graduated from Dominican Republic. And when we came to Miami, I came when I was like around 1 year old. They were just hustling. They had no license. We moved into a small, tiny apartment in Miami Beach. We lived there for a few years until my mom, studied some English in Miami-Dade College. She got her license in Florida, and she started working. And my dad said, you know what? This seems like a great opportunity. He had some businesses. He had like a coin laundry he was running. Just an entrepreneur. He had some taxi cabs he was running too. And he said, you know what? I see the potential in this. So in her first year of working dentistry, they decided to open up a practice.
That's amazing.
So they started with one. It was in Hialeah. where the old Jumbo supermarket was, right there.
No way. The
Oh,
best
I know where
bread.
that
Oh,
is.
the best pan cubano ever. When oh my God, I remember that. I missed that.
Yep.
Yes, you go there, but if you get it fresh, it was really soft. You know that kind of
So fire.
Oh, so Hialeah, another Hialeah boy. You see?
Yeah, so he started the first one in Hialeah, and then after that, he grew it over time to have 6 offices.
You kidding?
6 locations.
No way.
Wow.
6 locations, all on my dad. You know, he had a corporate office running all the 6. We had probably like around 70, 80 employees at any given moment. After 2020, though, you know, my mom decided to retire, and they decided to sell.
No
So
way.
They sold 3 of the offices to a big group. They got a good deal, and they sold me one, and I'm in transition to, you know, operating and owning the other 2. So it's been great, super blessed. I'm super grateful for them.
Wow, but so
That's
here we go,
weird.
another
Yeah.
family, you know, generational business, small business.
Yeah.
owner. But this is different. I've heard
No,
this.
he's
This
different. He
sounds
stepped
different.
into it,
And
but he
had to
also buy it.
I like that.
My dad is
That's,
no joke.
no, my dad is a little
No,
bit
but
gangster.
there's
like
something
that.
to be said for that,
Sure.
right? And also, you there's a sense of ownership that
Yeah.
you're stepping in and you're earning it, and it wasn't just completely just given to you.
Sure.
So, congrats on that. And now you saw your family and your parents grow up and build this and evolve this, and now you're stepping into it. What are some surprises that your parents didn't mention or didn't tell you that, like, now that you're running a space on the business side, like, oh, I didn't realize I would have to deal with this.
So it's tough. I mean, I'm a dentist, right? I'm an artist. I work with my hands. I like science. I like surgery. So nobody really told me about the difficulty in, you know, managing people, right? I mean, I can manage teeth all day.
Yeah.
But it's very tough, right?
Teeth don't have an attitude. Teeth show up for work. Teeth are there.
So, you know, I'd say the human resources is by far the toughest. Okay, just keeping people happy, meeting expectations, also, you know, demanding them to up their performance to my par, and you know, salaries and days off and vacations.
Yeah.
That's probably the toughest.
That's interesting.
This is crazy because third, fourth dentist that I've heard this from, and I've actually helped others when it comes to another issue they have is marketing. Because they don't know how to market, you would think, oh, that's it. It's not easy, the marketing side of it. So
There's
I've
a
had
lot
a
of
dentist that came
competition,
to me
too.
with all, but it's, dentists, it is. But once you get a patient, they're yours for life. Unless you screw up, they're yours for life, right?
That's true.
And then you're in an area, so if you just cover your area and fill up, I'll give you an example. Same situation. I'm a dentist. This one went to a Goldman Sachs class to learn and everything you got to do. But then you leave and okay, I got to do marketing, I got to manage people, I got to do HR, I got to do customer service management system, but they don't know how to do it.
Right.
So she came to me and we put together a whole plan. And the crazy, in her case, and it's not always the same, it's always different in everybody, but in her case, we put together a Google pay-per-click campaign, where you just, the pay-per-click campaign, poof. And then my guy was really good at that, and he figured out what worked best for her and got to the point where she had to shut it down. And now guess what she's doing? Opening up her second location, and not far away from itself, because she has 2 different kinds of patients classes now. So she's opening. So you hear that, and I hear that also from chiropractors. Hairstylists, you're a hair salon owner, or a hair person, a hairstylist, and you're working at a salon, and you're like, wow, I want to open up the dream is always open up your hair salon on your own hair salon. They do it, and what happens? 2 years later, they got to get out because they're no longer hairstylists. They're business owners.
Business owners.
They're managing hairstyle seat. They're managing people, front office. All the marketing. It's a whole different animal.
Yeah, you can do the best teeth. You can treat the patients with the best care and make patients feel great. But if nobody knows, right? So marketing, we've always marketed pretty heavy. We've done things in Univision, like little interviews in Univision before. We've done newspaper, El Clarín. We've done the flyer, full pages on the flyer. We do postcard blasts, okay? Maybe quarterly blast the area with.
Does it work?
Thousands of postcards, yeah.
Yeah.
Still works. There's still a lot. There's a demographic out there that still likes to touch paper and still likes to fold the little paper and put it away behind, in their drawer. And maybe they don't need a dentist right now, but, a month later to a year later, they have a pain, they can still pull out that little card, or they still remember the logo. So we've done online, Google pay-per-clicks and digital advertising for a while.
Okay, yeah, good. I'm glad he brought that up. Now I can talk my thing. Prepare yourself for a quickie marketing class from top to bottom. Right, so printing, right? Printing was, I own a printing company, so I know this. Printing was huge for a while there. That's the only way you market. Catalogs, postcards, brochures, mail outs. Then they got digital, where you did mail outs with QR codes so you can see what the ROI is on that, what kind of return you get on it, and then offers and all these different types of way, right? But then what happened? Digital comes out. Then that became the way to market. Digital pay-per-clicks is one thing. The digital pay-per-clicks, you get the most return on investment because it's people looking for you.
Right.
But it's the most expensive going in, right? Are you familiar with, how that works, Google pay-per-click?
In general, yeah.
Pay-per-click,
Yeah.
People that click on the ad that you put, that's when you pay for it, right? If you click on it, if there's an ad on here for his dental and I click on it, he just paid whatever the click is at that moment. It goes up and down based on the time of day, how many other people are bidding for that location, and what it is. Dentist is high. Personal injury attorneys, the most expensive click per click because they pay the most. So that's the biggest return on investment, but again, expensive. Then the postcards, it's like you said. It's a hit or miss. The percentage of return on investment is very low.
Sure.
But if it's got to be done consistently, because you never know when you get something in the mail, you look at it and you throw it away. But then the day you need it, oh, wait a second, I need this. And it happened to me millions of times because I would get all these catalogs for computer parts or the Macs would always send these catalogs.
You never
Why do they keep sending them until the day I needed
until
one?
the one day you
I
needed
go, damn, I need one. Let me take this. And I stick it in my pocket and go. So that's two different animals. This one obviously the volume, and then you also have marketing on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. That's more like postcard and mail outs because people are scrolling through. They're not going to stop on it unless they need it.
Yeah, it's branding, right? It's not like, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to get a client. It's not exactly how it works.
No,
right?
the videos and all that.
You just got to make the videos, keep pumping out the videos, but videos with a purpose, right? Not just random videos. Videos, trying to show value to the patients, something, or not even patients. They're not patients at that time.
Right.
They're just consumers.
Yeah.
Showing your value, and little by little, you'll get followers. And then one day, their little cousin needs braces. Hey, they'll think about you, right? And just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Never stop.
That's almost like a brochure. You're just basically putting out a brochure. Same as a website. It's a brochure.
Yeah.
But a website, if I hear Dr. Gonzalez, right? If I'm driving and I go pay-per-click and I go, oh my God, my tooth, it hurts. Dentist near me is what I'm going to put. If you're the one that pops up, there's going to be 3 that pop up, right? If you're one of them, I click on you, it's going to take me to your landing page. You don't want to send them to a website because a website is built to talk about the business. Sure. A landing page is built to target them for this specific moment. Yeah. So you need those two different things. But let's say then once they click there, once they made the appointment, the next thing they're going to do is go to your website to see if you're legitimate.
Yes.
Oh, I like this guy. Oh, yeah, okay, he's for real. Now let me go to his Instagram, depending on the age. Yep. Let me go to the Instagram or the TikTok or the Facebook to see if he's legit. And then that's when you get the fun stuff. And the reviews. So all that is your digital marketing plan, which is a different animal, and then now the catalog. But the one thing that I can tell you in the world of printing as a printer, I remember I would go to the post office full of junk right back in the day. Then it disappeared. Nothing's in the post office now because everything is digital. Now the post offices are starting to get filled up again. Because like you said, this is the phones and the digital is getting overwhelming. Everything is an ad. Everything is an ad. Everything is an ad. So you're doing now what we used to do back then, throwing them out, ignoring. Same with email blasts. Remember? They used to get the faxes through the, not email, I'm sorry, emails and faxes. But then now you're just ignoring. When I go through my email, 90% is delete, where I sometimes delete even an important one thinking it's just junk mail.
Yeah,
so
even half the e-commerce stores, even Amazon, they're starting to get physical locations. So it all becomes a cycle.
Yeah,
and
it cycles back.
That's interesting.
And it's coming back a little bit.
Yeah.
So the best thing always is to do, if you have the money, spread it out throughout everything. But if you don't and you want to put heavy on something, then find the one that works for you by testing, and then focus heavy on that.
Do you do the marketing yourself or create the videos and things like that?
I have before, especially when I started. I grew up in this, right? I grew up with my parents talking about the business at the dinner table when I'm just a little kid trying to play video games. But I absorbed it. They're talking about the money, they're talking about the ads, they're talking about the projects. So when I first started working there after high school, I started as a part-time, just doing paperwork, and I'd then help out with the ads. I'll contact an ad agency. Usually, me dealing with ad agencies, dealing with website designers, not really me doing it myself.
Right.
But getting the contracts done and managing the contracts, making sure that the pay-per-clicks are clicking and the ad agencies are turning out what we like at quality control, things like that.
What advice do you have for people so you're obviously wearing a lot of different hats, for other business owners, how do you manage your time, or how do you decide what to prioritize when, and also still, it sounds you're still you want to and are very invested and interested in doing dentist work, because that's what you said you love as an artist, which I also appreciate that. You appreciate your craft, but how do you balance doing all these other things and still doing what you love?
Yeah, good question. It's sometimes you have to step back and remember to balance, right? Because as owner, you want to take on all these tasks, and nobody's going to do it like you, right? So you end up overworking and burning out sometimes. So it's very important to find somebody that you trust. Hire a position like a manager. If your ad budgets go over X amount of money, maybe hire someone specific to going over the ad budgets and things like that. But it's just very important to delegate, right?
Yeah.
In dentistry, I'm thinking about a patient's tooth here, and I'm thinking about some porcelain veneers here, and I'm thinking about an Invisalign case that I got going on, and then the ads and the products, making sure that the products were ordered. So it's a lot. You just have to delegate. You have to trust, and that's the hardest part. Who do you trust, right?
Yeah.
But there's people out there that you can trust. But thankfully, my team right now is amazing, and I trust them hands down.
How do you pick your people? What do you look for to be able to trust people? What's your process?
Right now, the team that I have right now is kind of inherited, right? We kind of grew up with them. One of my team members,
family?
Yeah, one of my team has been with us for 30 years. Another has been with us for 13 years. Another's been with us for about 10 years. So, thankfully, my dad was able to pick good ones. But that's not always been the case, right? If you have someone in the family that you can trust, I think that's the best dynamic, like a husband and wife, or a spouse, or a son, something like that. But if not, it really is trial and error. You have to hire someone and just train them, and you can't start off negative, right? You can't hire someone thinking they're gonna fail you. Right, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're going to learn, they're going to be capable, they will be someone trustworthy, and you got to check, right? You got to double check and make sure that they're doing the right things. But I think that's the toughest part, right? In the dental field, when you are in a patient's mouth, you have to trust another person, right? That to make sure that they're doing the right things, and usually plays out well. But you got to always check.
Do you have plans into growing more than the 3 that you're going to have now?
Right now, personal goals is to finish the transition, buying the other 2. My dad said, hey, this year I'm retiring. So
you have a deadline.
I got till June, July this year, and he is out fully. He wants to just travel, which, hey, that's awesome. So right now I'm just transitioning while learning some more factors in those 2 businesses that I have to incorporate, and maybe the next 5 years probably look into 1 or 2 more locations.
How do you think your time is going to shift or change navigating multiple locations?
I would have to decrease clinical time. Right now I treat patients 5-6 times a week. So I'd have to do patient care for like 4 days a week. You know, maybe have one day where I can manage.
You bring in another doctor, right, to join your group?
Yeah.
That's how you guys do it?
We have about 6 different associates. They're great, but yeah, if I want to start expanding the business, I have to take some days off in clinical.
I love it. Can I ask dentist stuff since we're here?
Howdy, yeah.
Okay, whitening.
Yes.
Do you agree? Is that a good thing, or how do you guys do it? What's the best one right now? Or do you do that stuff that people buy on the supermarkets?
The liquid paper looking stuff?
No, that thing that you stick in your mouth and it's a whitener that you
For all the
Colgate
kids who don't know what
The Crest White Strips.
Yeah, that's
so essentially they're all the same ingredient, right? They're all hydrogen peroxide or hydrogen peroxide based. So technically they all work, kind of, right? Different applications. So you got the in office whitenings. We like Zoom. It's like a Philips brand Zoom.
Okay.
They've been around for ages. We use them. They give great results.
Is that what did you do? A little tray that you stick? You put the gel in?
That's the in-office one where you go and you sit down for an hour. Where they put a little light, they put the gel.
Right, the light. What is that? More stronger, faster, or is it just different?
It's, you know, it's
No, but I have ones that I-
controversial. Some people say it doesn't do anything. Some
Yeah.
people say it activates.
Well, I have the tray that you take home and then you put a little injection and
Then you
and
got
stick it in.
those. There's the take-home kits, and then you have the commercial Crest White Strips.
Right.
As long as
Is that one you
let's
bought,
say-
or it's not something like you made, right? Like you went and bought like a kit?
No, I was at a dentist, the one
Yeah,
that I
yeah,
was
yeah.
helping. And
Oh,
she
the
gave it to
dentist
me.
gave it to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
I'm
it,
just
it
checking.
molds to your mouth. They get
They
little
mold
molds.
to your mouth. You get a little gel. You
Right.
apply it, and those are all great as long as you're consistent with it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the key.
I always forget.
right? If
The
you're going to do it,
consistency.
you got to do 7 days straight, and then you see the before and after. You say, "Hey, wow, it worked!" Right? But you can't do 1 day yes, 3 days no.
Okay, because I've actually, it's pretty funny. You see on TV and you're, oh my God, they overdo it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that when they go extra white just because they do too much of it?
That's
I mean,
editing.
Whitening only can
No,
go
that's-
so much. It may be some editing.
See?
But then there's also the veneers, right?
Yeah,
The
that they-
composite veneers or the porcelain veneers. That those are sometimes
Because some of
very,
them
very
take
white.
time, right? It's not like it's on the commercial that happen instantly. Like
I don't know. I haven't seen the American Idol show for a long time, but back in the days, I remember American Idol when it was the guys started to get closer and closer. Suddenly, their teeth are like spectacular, And then we go back, we would laugh and go, "Oh my God, look! They all did their teeth because they got to the
They
next
got
level."
money now,
And
that's
they have-
why.
No, the studio when they put you, they do them. But so those veneers, you think, or they? Or it could be all of it.
If it's from one day to another like that, it may be veneers.
And veneers, what? Something that goes over your tooth?
Yeah, veneers think of like a contact lens.
Okay.
A very thin layer of porcelain that gets bonded onto the front of your
Oh,
tooth.
that's an interesting description.
And
Yeah.
it lasts for about 15, 20, 30 years, depends on your care.
Really?
And it lasts a lifetime and changes your life, right?
Interesting.
Changes your life. And
Wow.
those are for people that aren't really happy with their teeth.
Right.
Right.
If you're not happy with your teeth, there are things to do.
Do we have? Is that enough light for you to check my teeth and tell me if I should do veneers or can I just whiten them?
Let me
Tell-
see.
tell-
It
that
depends
good?
on what you want.
I just want to let a lot of. I drink a lot
I
of
think
coffee.
that a whitening would be fine.
Well, if I drink a lot of coffee, man, so it's like a pain.
Have you ever
What?
whitened?
I did one time with that light thing. Oh my God, I did it, and my wife did it, right? But I was like, I come out, oh okay, a little sensitivity.
sensitive.
But my wife is sensitive about everything. Her face came out blistered.
Oh,
she wanted that. That's why I don't go to the dentist anymore because she came out blistered, so she got blacklisted.
That's
Blistered because she's very sensitive to everything.
that's why you need to find a good
Yeah,
dentist.
there's always some.
But that was years ago. We're talking about 10 years ago. So before, tech. Now this other person gave me the trays, but I did exactly what you said. I did it once, and then I'm going, oh my gosh, sticking it in your mouth and have the key right there. Became like I did it twice. I said I was done.
Yeah, I like the in-office one. 1 hour, you bite the bullet, get it done, you walk out, you're super white. But you got to be careful with the hypersensitivity.
Right, it could be-
You got to be
people are
make sure
different.
that they apply it correctly. I don't know.
How do you test for that?
You don't.
You don't.
Me
You
personally,
just
I don't
find
care. I
out.
like pain, so I don't mind.
Okay.
I like the pain. If I leave there with pain and my teeth
Causing?
are killing me, I love
You
it.
like causing
There
pain?
is sensitivity.
Getting-
involved.
Getting?
There's extreme
So
sensitivity.
you know what that means.
Masochista.
Irvan's focus. You're losing focus
I'm
again.
just trying to figure out what the hell you're talking.
I apologize to our audio listeners.
But yeah, there's a lot of sensitivity involved when you do a bleaching, but it goes away. It's not like a
right,
sensitivity
it
that's gonna
does.
stay with you now. Oh no, now I'm sensitive. No, it's sensitive for like the first 2 days, and it goes away.
You know what my biggest issue was when I did that, again, a long time ago, was not being able to drink coffee for like a whole day or two. Because you can't, because the pores are all open.
White
Drink coffee,
diet.
suddenly you have coffee-colored teeth.
White diet for a week.
Yeah.
How do you,
a week?
That's what I tell my patients.
Oh my God. So what do you do? Oh, I guess I could drink a Red Bull or something.
You can do café con leche with a straw, not too hot. You can do
Drink some water, dude.
I don't like the
instead
milk.
of red wine, do some white wine.
You need to
I
drink
don't
more
need to
water.
drink.
You'll be
And
all
drink,
right.
You can just drink vodka and you're good, right?
Vodka's
I don't think it works.
I just
that
need
way.
white caffeine.
White caffeine. That sounds racist for some reason. I don't even know why.
Hey, relax, all right? I'm café con leche, so I don't want to hear about it. I'm a café con leche. He might be an espresso. I'm a café con leche.
So how do you decide with all these different things out there what technology you're going to use?
technology, man.
Yeah, that's right. Because every time you go to that's new.
No, I mean,
tech.
but not just technology. Or like you guys just mentioned, like 4 or 5 different products. Like,
Yeah, but
like,
even the
Honestly,
office
you,
now.
You go to a dental show and it's just overwhelming, man. Every
they have, like,
year,
robots
every month,
and
there's
everything.
A new product, this, new this, and new this, digital this, AI this. So to keep up, you got to be selective. You can't just buy every little trinket that comes out. You're gonna be broke. But there's definitely technologies that make your life better. Like, for example, back in the day, to take an impression, you would use that goopy stuff in your mouth.
Yeah.
You want to throw up. It was very...
And then you got to sit in it. Yeah, I've seen
very,
that bunch of
very not cute. Nowadays, we have scanners.
Do you have that?
So you don't... Yeah.
Oh my God, I was going to say, I didn't want to say it in case they didn't have it and embarrass them, but yes, because I ribbon cut a lot of new businesses.
Yeah.
So all these new dentist business, when
Yeah,
they're open, they got the latest stuff. Of course, Manny Sid, the guy, he always makes me to be the test dummy, and they sat me down, and that thing went like, I'm thinking, oh, here comes the pain. No, it scanned me, and it generated a whole entire mold, like, on the screen of my entire mouth. Teeth and everything.
We have a few of the brand new iTero Luminas, which are like the top notch. We have some 3-shape scanners, which are like, let's say, it's like saying iPhone 17 and the Android, whatever. We've got the best of those. 3D X-ray machines. Those cost you like over $100,000, but you gotta get them.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
It's an investment.
Digital X-rays. My dad was super into technology too. He likes toys and new tech. So
that was my dad too.
Digital
Always
X-rays,
got the latest thing. Spent tons of money, but it's crazy because it does make a difference for the business.
Yeah.
You become that person. You become the leader of the technology. So everybody comes for that.
Yes. I remember when they first started their clinics, everything was full of paper charts.
Yes.
Paper X-rays. Those little X-rays that you have to look up in the light. The moment digital X-rays came out, he was one of the first ones to get it. The moment digital practice software came out, he was one of the first to go paperless. So it's important to keep up, but you got to be wise, right? You can't just buy everything. It got to make sense.
Yeah.
Question: some dentists I've seen that they do Botox.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? What's that? Do you do Botox?
My wife does Botox.
Shut your
She's
mouth.
a dentist.
Where? With you? She works in your office or does
Yeah, she works some days with me and some days.
So
with
she
her
does
friend.
Botox. Why is that? Is it because
We're already
Diversifying,
We're already here. Right?
services?
We're already in the face. We already master facial anatomy. We already master all these facial muscles and the nerves and the arteries and the veins. So we're already pretty
Very
masters of the face.
Yeah.
So she just takes some courses on aesthetics and you start to
the key is to be in that world is to know what you're doing with the face. You said because if you put it in your wrong place, that's when you get all the weird and eye droppings and things like that. Yeah. Okay, so we got that
you
taken
can
care of.
mess
What
it up.
about hair replacements? Do you guys do that? Because if you do, Irvans and I are going tomorrow to get Botox and hair replacement and teeth whitening. I want to come out looking like Tom Cruise.
I don't do that, but hey, I'll keep that in mind. That's
know.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't know.
Hey, there's something called FUE. I don't know what it is. Where they back in the old days, they do a strip the back of your head and then replant it in the front, very low.
When they put the little
chances
fake
of it.
rugs on.
Yeah. But then they leave you a skull. But now they're doing they're plucking. A robot plucks the back and then replants in the front, so you get very high percentage of it.
Plucks hair from a different part of your body and
From
puts
the
it in
back,
your hair.
To the front.
Yeah, I considered.
Or something they could take from your beard.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. I considered the buttocks, but it's too late for me because I ribbon cut a laser place, so that's gone.
You want hair plugs on your butt?
No, to use that to go up. I mean, use from there to replant. But again, like when you ribbon cut a
4
laser
to 5
place, you lose it
doctors
all.
would not recommend that. I don't know.
Hey, you never know. When people call me a butthead, it would actually make sense. But actually, so if you ever decide to do that, give us a call. We're going for both things.
No, give you a call.
No,
Not gonna
I'm going.
Butt transplant head in my head.
Hey, I try everything once. If it works, I keep doing
No,
it.
you shouldn't.
Oh my God, we're out of time. Doc, You see what happens when you start talking about all these
So where
kinds
do
of things?
people find your business? How can people
Yes,
look you
tell
up?
us locations and how to contact you.
So we got an office right next to Westland Mall in Hialeah. We have one near FIU in Sweetwater area. We got one in Pembroke Pines up in Broward County. You can find us at www.dentalamerican.group.com. You'll see all of our locations. You can follow us on Instagram.
American Group?
Dental
Yep.
American Group. And you can find us on Instagram at Dental American
It's
Group.
on the screen right there for you.
Yep.
Very cool.
And you can also follow me at Dr_CMG. That's my personal page, but I put a bunch of cool cases and cool info up there too.
And for anybody who's interested in stepping into the world of dentistry or opening your own medical type of office, he can also be a mentor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stride 305
Or
ambassador.
we can call your dad on vacation somewhere and tell him.
Bring them down.
Yeah, I'd love
Does your
to.
wife have a page with before and after Botox stuff?
She does.
Okay, what's that one?
What's
Tell
that?
everybody that one. That's important
Her
too.
page is at Dr. Lau Montalv. Okay.
Okay, spell that because
La Montalvo.
he's not going to be able to write it, and our listeners are not watching. So,
Yeah, so her name is Dr. Laura Montalvo. So it's at Dr.LAUMONTALV.
got it.
Got it.
She's really good. Go check her out.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, Doc. Pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for hanging out with
Irvans,
us.
for
Thank you, man.
embarrassing me 3 times today. This time,
What?
3 times you made fun
I
of me.
was
That's it.
asking questions.
It's all right.
dude.
You can make fun of me all you want. That's it. When we go to the paparazzi, never again. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next show. Anthony, get me out of here, please.